Hey, good morning, everybody. I just wanted to take a couple minutes to give thanks to all the first responders and all the volunteers all across the Carolinas and the Southeast that are helping the unbelievably tragic um, event from Hurricane Helene. I have a son that's up in Boone at App State, and we were able to get supplies to him this past weekend, the weekend before last, I guess, by the time you're watching this. But I thought Boone was bad, but the Western Carolinas, it's absolutely devastating, and it really does lead to what I think is something that a quote that I thought was really I liken it to this whole future you idea that I've been talking about for the last several weeks, and the quote is history is not shaped by great people, but by demanding situations, and this comes from the work of Will and Ariel Durant, and they wrote an 11 volume series of it's called The Story of Civilization. And this work of art is unbelievable. A lot of great storytelling, but in it was this quote. And I really think that this quote speaks to where we are in today's world. And I believe it speaks to where you are in your day to day life or your day to day routines. And we know that there are going to be many heroes coming out of this just awful situation from this hurricane. I mean, I'm guessing this thing's going to go down not as 100-year flood, but probably 1,000-year flood. And there are going to be remarkable stories coming out of this. Obviously, there's devastating stories and towns lost, entire towns lost. But it's ordinary people that are stepping up. And I think that's where this quote speaks to me is that history isn't about great people. History is about demanding situations and people rising to the occasion. And I fully believe that people absolutely do more than they believe that they can do when they're tested. And you simply have to test yourself. If you are living in the day to day and you are stuck in your routine and you think, well, that's not for me, or, other people can do that, times like this will open your eyes to a tremendous amount of opportunities and possibilities of how people take over and help one another. And you can do the same. And as I've said in earlier videos, the more value you give the world, the more freedom is unlocked for you. And I'm not going to keep this one long. I wanted to, one, send my heartfelt condolences to those that have lost everything and their loved ones, and those that lives were spared but lost everything. It's a tough place. And being in Houston, Texas, when Hurricane Katrina happened, there's no doubt in my mind this will go down as the East Coast version of Hurricane Katrina. And so I think you owe it to yourself, you owe it to your family, to your loved ones, to really truly take a step away from your day-to-day routines and take some time and really think about what it is you can do in life, what it is your purpose, what steps can you take to become that extraordinary person that meets the call of a demanding situation. And I'm here to help however I can. I really wanted to take a couple minutes for a little bit of reflection on what's gone on in the last week or so from the hurricane, and then also to give you one question, one journal prompt that, from my perspective, I think can really change your life if you allow it to. And that's this: what would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? Like, I really want you to think deeply about this one. Like, what excites you? What makes you want to do more? What makes you want to help others? What is that? What is the one thing? And whatever it is, if you knew you couldn't fail, what steps would be required, right? As I say, what would have to be true in order for you to achieve that? But anyhow, as I close here, take stock in your life. Look at a demanding situation like this awful weather event that we've experienced. Take stock in your current situation, and even during a situation like this, which is an awful weather event that we've experienced here in the Carolinas, and identify something that you can do and change to be a different version of yourself, to be the future you. And I'll be here. Please, as usual, feel free to message me about the content on the inner circle if there's anything you want to learn more about. We're going to continue on this future you journey for a few more weeks. But all that I ask is that find somebody that you can help, give value to somebody in a different way than you've given value. And I think you might find yourself on the track to identifying what your purpose is. Have a great week. Talk to you guys soon.